Welcome gamers to the NintendoCade channel. I am Danny and we have here is NintendoCade Evelyn.
Hi.
So you guys, if you've been following my channel, she has been premiered in 2 of my previous episodes, which I'm very proud of Evelyn. She just popped out of nowhere on my channel. If you guys are wondering, she has been very supportive on my channel for years. She's been behind the scenes doing the camera work, maybe the cue cards when the episodes get a little complicated to remind me of what to say in front of you guys. So a big thanks I owe her for all the years of support. But today I wanted to show you guys what she's all about, because we want her to be part of the show from here on. You'll probably see her a lot more, and to get to know her as a gamer, what she's all about. So obviously, you started gaming when you were younger, and you started with, I heard that you were started with the NES.
Yeah, with the NES.
She has a lot of cool games that I was very surprised to hear when when I first met her and she introduced herself, and she was like, "Oh, I played this and this game." So what games did you start out playing growing up?
So it's a funny story, because when I met Danny, he just showed me his game room, and he was actually nervous to show it to me, because he didn't want me to think like, okay, did I might just met a crazy guy?
I know, because if any normal average person comes to my room, obviously you've seen my game room, and it is crazy. It's like a lot of games, and it's like a library of games, to be honest. So of course it's a little nerve-wracking, but
I actually saw your old game room.
Yes.
Yes. But when I walked in, and he started showing me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I remember this and this," and he was actually surprised more than I was surprised.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed. Her reaction was
not like what?
Not like, what in the world am I gotten into? What is this guy all about?
No, I was actually telling him, "No, I played this and I this and this." So getting back to how I grew up playing games, I actually had the system, the NES.
Right.
So I actually played decent amount of games, the good games actually, yes.
And I was really surprised what games that she played in. Is probably your guys' favorite as well. So obviously I know that she loves Super Mario Bros. You can't go without the NES.
Yes, that one. That's definitely that's number one. Excite-Bike.
Excite-Bike, awesome.
Ice Climber.
Oh my god.
Popeye.
Oh my, that's awesome.
That's awesome, yeah. I actually pretty much played those games until somebody actually, my NES got stolen.
Oh.
It was like devastating.
Yeah. Where she was growing up, at one time I think there was a robbery in her house. They broke in and they just took her
out of everything.
Old school Nintendo entertainment system, the NES.
So it was my brother. I actually was playing with my brother. I grew up with my brother playing it. So yeah, it was pretty much no toys. Pretty much that.
So the NES was your toy at the time.
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty much what I grew up as. My generation, our toy was the Nintendo Entertainment System, and that's.
You gotta do your homework before you play.
I know. That is true. Your mom.
Do everything before you get to play games.
Right.
Then after that, my uncle he felt really bad. He actually bought us Super NES.
Super Nintendo. Nice. That's one of the best systems of all time. If you're a long-time Nintendo fan, it's one of my certain favorites. Any games that you played with the Super Nintendo?
So he actually got 3 games. The Super Mario
World,
yes.
World. Of course, that's the one everyone starts with Super Nintendo.
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Yes, awesome.
And also Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter?
Yes. Out of all games, he got us that.
Street Fighter? Street Fighter. I actually kind of didn't realize you played Street Fighter.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool. I love Street Fighter. Yeah.
So those games I actually pretty much finished it. I actually played by heart. I memorized everything. Yes.
Played it through. So you just played it all inside and out and collecting everything. So she is a collectaholic. I realized when she plays games now, because she did a review for Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World for Nintendo 3DS, and with that, when she was playing it, doing the review, she collected every single gem, every single item. She's like collecting, you just want to be perfected on that.
That's the fun part of the game. I mean, you could play play it, but then the fun part of it, just collecting everything.
Right.
It feels like empty if you are not collecting. I mean, not complete. But we're not complete and not collecting the stuff, and you're like, okay, I just play the game. But then someone asks you, it's like, oh, did you collect it? You're like, no, I collect everything.
You always open up the new worlds when you collect everything. And yes, that's the biggest thing. That's how you feel accomplished when you play a game. That's actually how I feel when I play those old classic games as well. What are the modern games you play? Do you play any of the modern games?
So when I'm playing by myself, like my daddy mentioned, actually in the handheld, I play the Fuchi and Joshi Woolly War. When I'm by myself, I also play the Splatoon.
Oh yes,
Splatoon.
Yes, she is a crazy Splatoon player. You know, I'm not that great at the game. I'll be honest with you. I kind of suck. For her, she's actually S rank level 50 player in Splatoon, so she's looking forward to Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, that I'm looking forward.
Oh my god, she got her hands on like looking at in the games and previews online, and she got excited, and of course she loves Splatoon.
Yeah, I love it. It's a different game, very creative and colorful. Yeah. It just I don't know, you have to master it too. Right. And it's not that easy either. You have to keep playing it, and especially playing online.
Because when I first knew her playing the game, she was a little hesitant at first because she grew. The thing is though, she skipped a lot of generations of games, and she went from the NES, like she said, and the Super Nintendo. She never played the Nintendo 64.
Then I stopped
for a while, right?
Like 10 years probably. I actually stopped for 10 years, and when I got back the Wii. The Wii. But it was hard to get the Wii. Forget it. Okay. I actually got it probably later on. And start playing it. That's how little by little I got back to it. So until I met NintendoCade.
NintendoCade, yes. She saw me playing Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country, and was like, oh, let me try that out, because she hadn't played for years. So I guess that's the catalyst of getting into gaming.
Gaming,
yes. So one of our future episodes that I want to discuss is how to get your loved one or your girlfriend to get into gaming, because like she said, she was out of gaming for quite some time until kind of certain things happened, rekindled the light of her. Now she got into game. She actually plays more games than I do, which is kind of insane. Considering that, you know, I made this channel.
I actually played game with you. I played the NES, the mini NES.
Yes,
game.
We played the NES Classic Edition a lot, especially games that involve the two players.
Oh yeah, yes, it's fun. Competing.
It's awesome just to compete. You know, of course I gotta take it easy. Sometimes I suck at it, and of course she will go all hands on, and she's really good at it. Again, she's great at platforming. That's what I realized about her, and her reaction time is pretty good. I'm
trying to get into the 3D one. It's harder for me, since I grew up with platform.
She played with platforms, 2D, and then she skipped the entire 3D generations until she met, you know, my channel, and then she started playing 3D. So Splatoon was the kind of like the first time that you kind of have to adjust your camera angles. And
at the beginning I couldn't play. How long was it? Like half an hour, and I said, then I can't play. It's too much for me. I got tired.
Right.
But I guess it gradually increased in time. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I guess sometimes I play like 4, 5, 6 hours.
And you might get a little dizzy too because you're moving the camera.
Yeah, because you're moving it. You're moving a lot.
Yes. So, because her transition from 2D, from left to right, and to full 3 dimension is kind of like a big jump for her.
It's a big jump.
Yeah. But great, great that to find out that she's a gamer when I first met her. And to have her now to just come out and play her own games, she decides her own games wants to play, is really exciting.
Little by little, I'll get into it. Other games, like RPG, I would like to get into it too.
Right.
But little by little.
And of course, speaking of modern games, you're excited for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yes, that's. I'm doing the countdown now.
You're doing the countdown now, because especially you will play the. During the Nintendo interview, have us trying out the Nintendo Switch in that private event. You kind of got a taste of what things to come.
Yes, all the games. Excited for started playing with watch you. Gonna play the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Want to switch.
Want to switch.
Splatoon. I can't wait. They also mentioned the Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. I got another great game.
That's another one.
Yes.
To play.
We play a lot on Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and now that they have the deluxe with the battle mode, that's really looks exciting, and I'm looking forward to that because you know I grew up playing a lot of the battle mode on Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 64 with friends. So we're gonna pour a lot of hours into that.
Oh yeah, and speaking of friends, that's why we Danny asked me, and we wanted to share my story, and if I'm a gamer or not, because all his friends always like, did you make her? Did you force her to play games? And I always tell them, no, they don't believe you anyway.
Yes, they do.
They actually asked me, and I say no, he never forced me nothing. It was in me. It just I stopped.
Right.
And then once I met you, then kind of got back.
It kind of, so I guess from being in an environment of gaming, you rekindled the light of going back to gaming.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess obviously, if you're around with someone, you can influence them to, group back to what they did when as a child. That's pretty much my focus on the channel. If you guys ever wondered about NintendoCade, I focus on retro and also the modern with the dad because I grew up during the NES era, and that's what started for me. And I wanted to spread my love for gaming to everyone out there. Yeah. And of course, she's a good example of that happening. I was never forced upon someone, but if you enjoyed my content, you realize how passionate we are as gamers.
It's just sharing the fun.
Sharing the fun.
Yes. And another thing, like, not only me, now my brother Daniel, he also plays games. He also, because of Danny, probably we play games. My sister too, and my brother-in-law, and keep going, and some friends too. So he's really happy. Danny's really happy about it. It's not just forcing; it's fun. Like especially when we have game nights.
Game nights.
Everybody plays.
Yeah.
And all kind of game we play. Like Mario Party is fun.
Oh yeah, that's the old classic multiplayer games. Well, good thing about Evelyn is if you guys ever know about a little thing about her, she knows that all of our friends are either having kids or they're married. They're up in the age, and with that in mind, it's hard to gather people that you grew up with to play games. So she would organize these game nights where we invite friends during the weekend, a weekend that everyone is off from work. And it was gathered here. We'll play some of the modern games. And also we broke out the N64 more than a few times.
They love it. They actually love it. It brings to a memory. And then trust me, we all were like kids.
Yes.
Like kids.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
It's good. It's just a way to release stress and have fun. Very much. Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this little preview of Evelyn and get to know her a little bit better from the NintendoCade channel. Again, she will be premiered in our channel more frequently, producing new content and giving new insight to many of the things that come, especially with Nintendo Switch, with the multiplayer LAN aspect of the console where you can just play with 8 players. So just imagine what you can do with that system, and we're excited for the future prospect of the system.
So yeah, I will be behind the scene and not many more cameramen.
So it'll be no more cameraman, unfortunately.
No more like your shirt.
Yeah.
The light.
Oh, it's a lot of work. I'm sure. Yeah, it kind of brings back my days when I did this show.
Yes, I don't know how to give you a lot of credit. You doing it yourself, camera, lights, everything. Yeah.
Watch my first episode. You watch my first episode. It's really bad.
He actually showed me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. No lights, no camera. The camera is like my webcam.
When he showed me, I was like, what happened to your light? What happened to this? And he's like, come on, it's the first video.
Yeah. Oh God. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Give Evelyn a big thumbs up if you like this video, especially if you liked her to be in the next presentation. I am Danny, and this is NintendoCade Evelyn, and we will talk to you guys in the next episode.
Bye.